Hi friend, it's Angel, and today I thought we'd go out and do a little bit of thrifting as well as some antiquing and vintage hunting. And who knows, we might even throw in a DIY. So let's get started. Thrifting is absolutely right akin to treasure hunting. Many days I go out and I come home empty-handed, but inspired. And sometimes I go out and I come home with a plethora of items to DIY or simply clean up and add to my collection. I love that I get to share these things with you and be inspired together. I come across these curtain rods all the time when I'm thrifting, and I'm sure you do too. This pair of curtain rods on this particular day would have been $2.99 because the color of the day was orange, so they would have been half off. I always like to pick these up because I think there are so many uses for them. But I also always like to keep in mind searching for things that I can DIY or that can simply be added to my home for texture. I thought that these little plates, I believe they were decorative plates or maybe even shallow bowls, would have been really beautiful as is or antiqued or stained to add additional texture. I had a bit of time on my hands, so I headed over to a unique vintage and antique store, actually a couple of them. Don't forget to pop into these places when you're looking for unique items to thrift or purchase for your home decor. This is where you can really get what I say are curated pieces. Often you will find things here that are one of a kind or that are very limited in quantity. As well, many times you will find designer items right there on the shelf. This vintage book stand is an identical replica for the one sold on McGee & Co. for $32. This particular one was $22, but in this same location I found another one for only $15. Here is where I'm talking about finding pieces that might be just a bit more expensive than something you would thrift or equally priced. Designer and high-end items are out there to be thrifted or in our vintage and unique shops. We just have to be open to the search and finding them. You can have designer items on a budget. Unique and custom handmade pottery items is something that I absolutely love to thrift for and particularly look for in these vintage and unique shops. You really can find some one-of-a-kind treasures if you take the time to search. Now, not always. Sometimes it can be a real hunt. But when I go out, I just try to keep my mind open to being inspired. As I wander through these shops, I pay close attention to how others style and how they may have repurposed something that I have in my home that would bring new life and give it a fresh look. Recently, I was introduced to these wonderful vintage block print stamps, and I knew immediately that I would love to have some. But searching Etsy, I found out rather quickly they could be rather pricey. So imagine my surprise on this day at one of these shops when I came across a box full of these vintage molds. Each one was unique, they were hand carved and absolutely stunning. Each one of these prints was individualized, and I could just imagine how they were used to make prints on fabric. Beautiful, beautiful items, and at a fraction of the cost for only $19 each. Each booth that I get to walk through may not be my design aesthetic, but what I love is I feel like each one independently represents the person's character who designed it, just like each one of our homes should represent who we are. This next booth was loaded with beautiful brass items, and some of these bud vases reminded me of the Flannery scalloped vase that Magnolia has shown us. All of the detailing on the side of these bud vases was absolutely exquisite. I think they would look so sweet on a table or an end table or even in a windowsill. And look at these two solid brass geese planters. They were huge, you guys. I wish I could have demonstrated just how impressive the size was. Brass was definitely a theme when I was out looking around in the vintage and unique shops, and so were bows. I think they're here to stay with us for a while. These picture frames reminded me, because of the matting being in the linen, of some of the things we've DIY'd here together. But what really inspired me was this 3-tiered bookcase distressed in black. I've been eyeing some things to refinish in our formal living room, and this gave me tons of inspiration. So now let's see what I brought home and what we can DIY together. Yes, you're absolutely right. I brought home one of these large vintage wood stamps. I was so excited with finding them. I took my time and decided on one as I was in the shop, and as I look at this footage, you guys, I can't believe I didn't get at least one more, but that will be for another day. And I love the character that it brings to the buffet. As I collect more, and I will collect more, I think they would be stunning in a bowl or stacked together in a grouping. And gaining inspiration from those two fabulous brass swan, I came home and got back out this little swan planter that I had DIY'd several months ago. This little guy was glass. I painted him black and added a little rub and buff, and I've used him in many locations in our home. The vintage reclaimed wood book stand is something that I picked up several months ago, and I paid $22 for mine, which was still a discount from the McGee & Co price. But I wanted to show you again up close just the intricate detailing and how creative you can be with these items. They're absolutely beautiful, and as I stated, I found one in that vintage shop for $15, which is 50% less than what we can find it on our designer website. Right now, I have ours displayed on our bar area with a coffee table book on cocktail mixology, but it has been in a variety of locations in our home. So now let's DIY something from our friends at Magnolia. These types of curtain rods are a great starting point to DIY the Colleen Collection brass rail wall mirror or the bronze rail picture frame. These rods can be changed in color with a quick coat of spray paint. Once you have your determined color, you can simply mount it to the wall by using these adjustable curtain rod brackets purchased from Amazon. You only want it out from the wall about 2 inches approximately, just enough to give you clearance. The next thing you'll need is some type of chain to hang either your mirror or picture frame. I purchased these chain kits off of Amazon because they are adjustable in length by simply removing part of the chain, and they have a clip on one end and a hanger on the other. The picture that I was using was rather lightweight, so I chose to use these 3M cord management clips. They stick to the back of the picture frame, and then they allow you to place the hook in and secure it. Now, if you are using something heavier or a mirror, I would recommend D-rings to put on the back. Once you have your securement on the back of your mirror or picture frame, you can then shorten those hanging chains like I've done here, just by simply removing the links out. It then gives you almost an eye hook at the end where you're going to attach to your D-ring, or for me here, as you see, I am flipping that over and putting it on that 3M cord management, and then it clamps closed to keep it secure. And then you simply add it to your rod. And I think we got our Magnolia look, not exact, but close, and for a whole lot less. I hope that today's video has given you some inspiration and you enjoyed coming along to Vintage Shop with me. As always, I appreciate you being here. And remember, stay on the journey as we continue making our way home. Until next time, bye-bye.